The wild card race is in full swing as Major League Baseball turns its focus to the postseason. I'm joined at the desk by our two MLB experts, Matt Holzapfel and Jimmy Longo, as they are going to break down what to expect in this year's baseball wildcard race. So, guys, what are the two teams that are going to be in for the National League?
Well, I have Arizona and Colorado, two teams from the NL West. I just think that they've shown so much consistency throughout the season, and with it hitting and pitching, they have a good combination. Obviously, they're not top of their divisions like they'd like to be. They're in second and third place respectively, but I think they're going to make it into the wild card game.
Probably a good chance. Jimmy, who are you going with?
I'm going with the same Arizona Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies. I think that both of them have been on hot streaks and they have good potential to keep going into the wild card game.
You both could probably run it. I think we agree on this. So we're going with the American League.
I'm going with the Yankees and the Twins. Obviously, the Yankees, it's all about Aaron Judge and Gary Sanchez this year, but their pitching hasn't been that bad, so I think they'll be able to sneak into the wild card. One thing to note is they're only 3 games behind the Red Sox for the division lead, so they could actually sneak into the, get a bye, but I think they'll end up in the wild card.
It's possible. Now, I agree with you with the Yankees. I think they're going to easily make the wild card, if not the division, but the Angels. Now, keep in mind, the Twins are playing the Yankees right now, and the Yankees have been playing pretty darn well. Mm-hmm. And that is going to definitely, I think they're going to win out against the Twins, so I think the Twins are going to bump down. And now with the Angels, they've been pretty good. They've been close with a lot of their games, allowing their difference for runs allowed and runs scored is 9. So
my problem with the Angels is just it's Mike Trout and it's who else. And obviously they have other players who are producing and who are contributing, but nobody talks about them because it's a Mike Trout show. I just feel like they have a lot of turmoil and problems, and that's why I just don't see them getting into the wild card this year.
I really do think they're a game and a half away from outside of Minnesota, and I think that Minnesota is going to drop a couple of games, and this is perfect opportunity for the Angels to get in there.
I guess we'll see who is the teams, but if you're going with your team, who do you think is going to win the National League wildcard?
I'm going to go with Arizona. I like Colorado a lot. I feel like they're underdogs. Everyone's counted them out all year, but Arizona is my team because 2 reasons. One, I think combination of Goldschmidt and JD Martinez hitting, especially Martinez new this year from the Tigers. They're just hitting so well. They bolster that lineup really well.
But I think the Rockies, now keep in mind the Rockies have been on a hot streak. I mentioned that before. But also, they have 4 players hitting over 300, which is kind of unheard of when you think about it. 300.
Exactly, but I think the combination for Arizona of pitching and hitting is what gets them into the next division, or the next game, rather.
Keep in mind, the Rockies, they're second best in the league offensively. They're killing it.
And that's why, because Arizona's going to send out Greinke, they're going to send out Zach Greinke to the divisional or the wild card matchup, and he's going to shut them down. He's their ace for a reason.
It's hard to shut them down, and I know.
Agreed. That you're not wrong.
He's a great pitcher, but I don't think he could stop the Colorado Rockies.
I think time will tell. We're going to go to the American League. So you said the Yankees and the Twins. Who's going to win that matchup?
Unfortunately, I'm going to say the Twins. Obviously, I'd love to see the Yankees win, because we've championship pedigree. We haven't seen them make it that far in a while. But the Twins, I just think the Yankees are too young right now, and it's not a bad thing. They can make the playoffs. That's great for them with such a young core. They have a future.
But their young players I think, are the most experienced young players that they have. And let me tell you, Brian Cashman.
And that's why they're going to lose.
Brian Cashman, after All-Star break, completely just wheeled and dealed. He got Sonny Gray, he got Neal, and he got Robinson, which is just insane when you think about it, pitching-wise. But then you have Aaron Judge, and then you have Gary Sanchez. These guys are hitting, I think, probably combined or close to 80 home runs this season, which is insane.
A question with the bullpen as well for the Yankees. Is it Chapman? Is it Betances? Who is it? We don't know. It's back and forth almost every day.
Hey, but, and they talked about the 3-headed dragon last year.
Okay, I've got a question. So you both picked the Yankees to play in this wild card game. Are the Yankees going to go farther than the wild card game?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see the Twins, who have been so consistent, especially with, Mauer and Sano hitting so well on the top of that lineup. I don't see them losing in the first round.
You're not throwing in the home field advantage here. The Yankees are the top wildcard team. That home field advantage, New York,
especially Yankee Stadium. You're right. You're right.
Crazy.
I just think Minnesota is a good team at home and on the road. And I think if they send their ace out there and they send out Martinez and Sano and they keep consistently hitting, which is not even off the charts, just consistently, that's what will get them to the next round.
Judge's Chamber, they're going to
We'll see if things do end up in the Bronx, guys. Thanks so much. That's all we have on the diamond. Next, we head over to the Gridiron with Thomas for some football.